great to get back out on the field. We have moved on from Saturday, and it's a good thing we have the number one team in the country coming in here, and an awesome opportunity for us to go out in front of our crowd and finish the regular season the way that we wanted to do all along. So I know our players are excited to get back out there. Great great day of work today, and we'll continue to plug along all week.
How'd Max look today?
Great. I thought Max was awesome today. Lit it up in teams 7-on-7 and 1-on-1s, so it's great to see.
Does he understand the challenge that's ahead of him, and is he embracing that challenge?
Yeah, I think sometimes what's good is to be so young that you don't know, and it's almost good because it doesn't apply the pressure. So I think he's just going to go out and play, and it doesn't matter who you're playing or the rivalry. It'll be about him executing really well, regardless of who the opponent is. And so it's a great challenge for the whole team, for our offense to play the best defense in the country, and we're excited about it.
How has the team rallied around?
They've been great. Robert Marquise practiced as hard as they've ever practiced. Robert was making diving catches out there, even just in the drills. I think that they're coming out to show him that they got his back, and they're going to play really hard for him.
And is Matt sort of mentoring him and sort of giving him, advice?
Yeah, I think Matt's been there all along for him. One of the great things for these young quarterbacks has been to learn from Matt and see the way Matt prepares. We've kind of come up with an idea this week to take Matt to a different level. Matt has been in some of our coaching meetings as far as preparation. It's how we break down the defensive coordinators and the different personnels and how we attack everything. Just thought that would be good for him in a time that there's not much for him to do to help prepare him on how to prepare for the next level.
On that same note, is there disappointment? I mean, obviously with Matt not being able to play on senior day and all he's given to this university?
Yeah, like I've said the last 48 hours, there's not a lot of words to describe it. I can't feel worse for a family and for a kid. The fact that he's not running down that tunnel in his last game, and now 2 times in a row he doesn't get to play Notre Dame. It's very unfortunate. Feel as bad as we can, but he'll be stronger for it, and he'll come out of this thing, and we're gonna go out and play great for him.
What is Max's mobility going from being preseason number 1 to now having to play spoiler? It wasn't supposed to be like this.
Yeah, it wasn't. It's been a long journey. It's been a disappointing season, as we all know, but really, as I look at it and break it down, it's been a disappointing month. We've had a disaster month. 1 month ago, we're sitting at 6-1, and we're up by 15 points in Arizona. We're on a double move, getting ready to go by 22 and put the game away. And from that play on, not a lot of good's happened. We've lost three of 4. Dropped out of the rankings, all those things, and Matthew getting hurt. So it's not like it's been a bad 2-3 years. It's been a bad 1 month.
Has Max's mobility changed anything at all, or changed the things that you might be able to do in this game?
I don't think so. I think they're very similar. Max is a little bit bigger, but as far as movement-wise, I think they're very similar.
You think it's also plays into his hands that he's already had to kind of win a battle to be the number 2 guy? He's already kind of had to perform under pressure for you in a certain way?
I think so. I think both of our backups are very competitive guys. And if we have to go to Cody at some point, we'll run our same offense. We're very excited about both those guys' future here.
Coach, what are some of the changes you need to make to this program?
Well, we'll worry about that after the season. We'll take the whole season into account after our last game, sit down and figure it all out. No different than we would if we were 12-0. We do the same thing. That's our job.
November has been somewhat of a great month around here recently. What attributed to that success in the past?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know exactly. I think our playing young guys early over the years has helped. Early in the season to get their mistakes out, and they tend to shine later in the year. When those freshmen don't seem to be freshmen anymore. And then our recruiting over the years of having depth to withstand injuries that everybody has, and having great players backing them up was a big help too.
Has it been when you recruited Max? What were the things that used to stand out when you watched him in Notre Dame? Visits and everything.
Well, I think he is a prototype pro-style quarterback. Probably most comparable to Carson, with the big arm and the size. He's already 240 pounds, just as a redshirt freshman. So all the tools are there. He's very competitive, and so he'll get a great opportunity to show the world Saturday.
What changed? Go ahead.
I was going to say, a couple of years ago when Mitch stepped in for Matt, it seemed like he went kind of conservative, with him in there. Do you have a Did you learn anything from that, or do you expect maybe to open it up more with Max, or you just have to see how it goes?
You got to see how the game goes and how the flow of the game's going. I thought we managed that game pretty well. We have the ball to win the game. We know the story, of the touchdown that's going to win it. And so, every game's different. We'll see how this game's going. That game we were playing really well on defense. We were able to be conservative at times.
What changed most from last year's team to this year's team?
The one glaring thing is turnovers on offense. So many of our stats are similar. For rushing yards, we have more average per carry, touchdown passes, passing yards. Defense, we've created more turnovers, generated more sacks. I think really it's been the turnovers and the inability to finish drives. We put up yards per play with anybody in the country, explosive plays, average per play. But unfortunately, we've struggled on third down, and we haven't finished off some red zone drives. We've got 5 or 6 turnovers in the red zone, and those have been very costly in those close games.
How do you beat Notre Dame?
You beat Notre Dame by playing really well in all 3 phases of the game. There's no secret to it. We're going to have to play well on offense. We're going to have to stop the run on defense and play really well on special teams. So it's no secret. This is an old school football team coming in here, and got to play well in all 3 phases.
But the challenge of protecting Max against their rush, they've got a defensive lineman that has a lot of sacks by himself, and they've got Teo. What's that going to do?
Yeah, they have a great defensive front. Really, hardly anybody's done anything against them all year. They've really played so well against the run. They've made teams be forced into really tough third down situations. So whether it's run or pass, you got to make yards. And we were able to do that last year in this game. We had a lot of third and shorts in this game. We were very efficient, against the same defense for the most part.
Has the university spoken to you about your future?
Yeah, I think we covered that already. That wasn't in question, and so when we had the question Saturday, that there was not a concern. We already knew where we were going.
Manti Teo, how big of a role does he play for them, and what kind of challenge does he present to you as a play caller?
Well, I think first off, he's a great player and very physical. Has ball skills like a DB, but I think it's more important than what he does to his team. When you get that dominant Mike linebacker that's the best in the country like that, he sets the tempo not just for the defense but the whole team. And I think that you feel that. I think you feel that he is by far the leader of that team, not just the defense.